you planning to chase the northern lights this year, or maybe explore the magical landscapes of Sweden, Norway and Denmark? Then this video is going to help you with everything you need to know about applying for the easiest Schengen visa if you're interested in the northern lights. Please watch until the end, because I am going to share my experience of how I got the visa within 1 week. Now, why Denmark is the best choice? For my 21-day Scandinavian adventure, I needed a Schengen visa. Between Denmark, Norway and Sweden, I found that Denmark is the easiest and fastest to apply for. Norway, on the other hand, takes a bit longer time because everyone's flocking there. It's a prime spot for northern lights indeed. So if you want a smooth process, please take my advice. Go through Denmark. I live in Phuket, so I had to travel to Bangkok for my visa application. I stayed at Poppan Hostel in Bangkok, which is super close to the Denmark Visa Application Center that is located at the Shops at Bell Grand Rama 9. And the hostel cost me around 450 Thai baht only. It was perfect for an overnight stay. Now, let's talk about the most important part of this video, that is the visa application documents. What you will need. To start with, you will need to complete the cover letter on this website, visa.vfsglobal.com/tha/en/tnk/apply-visa. Well, I'm an Indian passport holder applying the Schengen visa from Thailand, so this is the website for that. Wherever you are applying from, just make sure to complete the cover letter, print it and sign it. This is a crucial part of your application. Next, you will need to pay the visa fee through the same website, which was around this kind of 90 euro for Indians. Once you have done that, make sure to print the receipt. This confirms your payment. Now, your original passport is something you definitely need to carry. It must be valid for at least 3 months beyond your intended stay and should have at least 2 blank pages. It also needs to have been issued within the last 10 years. Make sure you take a copy of the first and last pages of your passport. Also, take a copy of the visa page that's been issued by the country where you are applying this visa from. If you have traveled before, make sure to include copies of your previous visas and any relevant stamps from old passports. This shows your travel history and can really help strengthen your application. You will need to provide original documents confirming your occupation, whether you're employed, a business owner, or a student. Additionally, you may need to show permission of leave from your employer or educational institution. For example, you see, this is the employment letter I got from my school, which shows like I am working here and I'm going to resume my work after my holidays. Your travel itinerary is also very essential. This should include details of all the places you plan to visit. If you are part of a tour, provide a certificate or voucher from the travel agency. Don't forget to make it detailed. One important thing to remember is that you will need proof of accommodation for all the Schengen countries you plan to visit, not just Denmark. I learned this the hard way. When I applied, I forgot to book the hotel for 1 night, which was in Norway, somewhere in Norway. Thankfully, the visa application lady was super sweet and she printed the booking for me free of charge while I did the booking on the spot. Otherwise, they charge quite a bit for printing services in visa application centers, Round-trip flight reservation is required for the Denmark Schengen visa. However, the embassy advises not to buy a confirmed ticket before visa approval. I used a dummy ticket service for less than $15, which provides a valid flight reservation. It's a smart way to meet the visa requirements without risking money on non-refundable tickets. Then, you need to prove that you have sufficient funds for your trip. Typically, you should show around 350 Danish krona per day. That's roughly around 1,800 Thai baht. How you will get it? Definitely from the bank statement of the last 3 months duly signed by the bank manager. Lastly, you need a medical insurance that covers at least 30,000 euro for emergency medical care, hospitalization and repatriation. It must be valid for the entire duration of your stay in the Schengen area. You can buy it from any approved provider. There are plenty of them available online. Make sure to get a certificate to submit with your visa application. Look, this is an example of the one I got it. While the standard processing time is up to 15 days, I received my visa in just 1 week. Now I'm sharing my personal experience. After submitting my application, I was initially very anxious when I received all the documents packed in a white envelope stated that it's from the Visa Application Center, the Denmark Visa Application Center in Bangkok. I almost thought my application was cancelled, but To my surprise and relief, my passport came back with the visa stamp inside. It was a pleasant surprise and a huge relief. I'm sharing few really important tips and considerations. Do not carry a laptop or large bag to the visa application center in Bangkok. There are no lockers. So I had to leave my laptop bag outside unattended. Luckily, this is Thailand, so I wasn't too worried. If Svalbard is on your list, you must apply to Norway, not Denmark. However, if you are planning to include Greenland in your itinerary, then you're at the right place. You need the Denmark visa indeed. Now I'm going to share a little sad part. Well, after applying for the Denmark Schengen visa in Bangkok, I realized I could not fly back from Bangkok to Phuket because I did not have my passport. Even with proof of application, Thailand AOT, which is the Airport Authority of Thailand, does not allow non-Thais to board a domestic flight without a passport, or any flight in that matter. So I had to take the bus instead, which was an overnight journey, not super comfortable. I mean, yes, the journey would have been comfortable if I would have booked with a better bus company, for example, Sombat Tour, but never mind. You just be careful when booking your return transportation, okay? Finally, if you're planning a trip to Scandinavia, especially if you are aiming for those stunning northern lights, Denmark might just be your best bet for a smooth visa process. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the visa process or need more tips for your Scandinavian trip. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button to stay updated on all my future travel tips and adventures. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more behind the scene content and tips. Thank you and lots of love from Travel with Shreya.